Hello guys, this is the Hexagon Zero and welcome back to another episode of Battlefield 4 Commander Mode. Alrighty then, the first thing you may notice is that I am not actually recording this live. Now the thing is, I wasn't actually set up to record, but I had played a couple rounds with these guys already and they seemed to enjoy how I commandered. Is that a word? No, I don't know. They seemed to enjoy how I commandered and... well, I booted up Fraps and didn't even bother to check that the microphone box was set to record my audio. So here I am, sitting in post, just staring at a screen. And during this, I would like you to pay attention, if you could, to the top left side of the screen. And the reason is because most of the game, actually, I had my head buried in that chat, because, like I said, the guys seemed to like, or girls for that matter, like to see how I was, recording and all that stuff, what I used to edit. So I was talking to them while I was, making myself a little busy, firing missiles and deploying scans and giving orders and all that stuff that the commander does. So anyway, I wanted to do Golmund Railway again, because the last two times that I've done it, Golmund Railway on Obliteration, that is. Anyway, but the last two times I've done it, we've been eliminated pretty quickly. At least my C objective has been killed a couple times there. Yeah, I did do a little bit of harmless self-promotion up there. But the C objective has been killed, which in other words means I am left without my cruise missile. And yeah, but we do have an enemy commander in this game, and the enemy commander was fairly good. They were a little bit absent for most of the round. You know, they seem to drop in and drop out. I don't know. They might have been doing something else away from the computer. But we both pretty good with deploying our cruise missiles, and this enemy commander actually knows the trick where if you can use your EMP UAV to block cruise missiles. But I do eventually get some kills with the cruise missile. I do whiff a lot with it, but I think I do all right. But anyway, so they were actually pretty good. Near the end of this round, we kind of sit in an almost perfect stalemate. And I think did I accidentally just deploy a vehicle? No. Yeah, I deployed a commander crate. Good. Because around a couple times ago, instead of firing off a commander crate, I fired off a vehicle. Yeah. Either way, I squished him. So. Anyway, in the beginning here, it looked a little dire because the enemy was just planting A and all that stuff, and they essentially killed A, and I'm like, oh crap, well, there goes my infantry scan. I guess we're completely boned. This is just going to turn out like all the other Golmund Railways, but I can tell you right now, this is a little bit of a spoiler. We did a fairly good job on this one. Not so much with the next round I played, but, you know, it was fun all the same. Oh, sorry, it must have been a vehicle scan that they destroyed there. And that's actually something I've been noticing. When you're supposed to destroy objectives, it's supposed to get rid of one of the commander's 3 abilities per map. If there are 3 abilities, because some maps on Obliteration you've only got 2, or maybe I haven't encountered one where you can have 5 yet, or 4 yet, but you know. Anyway, they seem to be flopping around a little bit. Like A was my infantry scan on another round on a video that I think I uploaded, and now it's now apparently it's my vehicle scan, so I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm circling right there because that looks like a giant cluster bomb of guys. And I really wish, like I really wish, I could have moved that cruise missile just a little bit over to take care of the guys sitting on top of the bomb. But I wanted to, well, I fired it there. And I wish you could, like, adjust the cruise missile a little bit. Like, I mean, if you couldn't, it's obviously a little bit OP if you can essentially change where you sent the cruise missile. And part of the appeal of a cruise missile is the fact that it's a one-fire. You basically hope that everybody's going to stay there until your cruise missile lands. All the enemies, that is. But I wish you could move it inside of like a circle, like maybe in the space of about the size of the UAV circle that's on the screen right now. Maybe if you could just move it around in that area, it might give you a little bit more control. Because cruise missiles are fairly easy to counter now. You can actually destroy them in a jet. Not a lot of people know that. You can take them out with rockets if you're really good, and the enemy commander can use proxy attack to get rid of him, or an EMP to get rid of them. So they're fairly easy to kill. And I think you can even get rid of them by shooting, which I find kind of weird. But anyway, so yeah, I wish they could move cruise missiles just a little bit. Not a lot, obviously, but just a little bit. But anyway, in the beginning of the round, yeah, the situation looked quite dire. And essentially what it is, this guy was in a tank, and he actually hops out to deal with Squad A here. And I'm not sure why. I mean, just take it right on to whatever, guys. But anyway, my cruise missile landed there, got 2 more kills. And I actually killed one of the guys that was, that I'm talking to up in the left corner there. And I'm not sure how good that quality on the chat is going to turn out, because even though I rendered my videos at 1920 by 1080 and the highest bit rate I can manage, in fact this one I might boost the bit rate a bit just so you can see the chat. So this video is probably going to look pretty good. But anyway, the cruise missile's coming in on the right there, so I'm going to deploy my EMP just to block it and get those extra points. There we go. Come on. Oh, and then he proxy attacked me. I remember this now. So yeah, I don't think he killed anybody. No, never no deaths. I thought he was gonna get that vehicle, but the vehicle managed to get out of there. And now I'm essentially just apologizing for not blocking the cruise missile. But if you see the bomb now, it's inside of a tank. And this tank is doing something rather genius. The main concentration of the enemy is right around our paradrop point. It's right in that area. Main concentration of the enemy are. He's going up and around them to circumvent any chance, because infantry obviously moves slower than vehicles, so it would take them longer to get up to his position. Now, I prefer if he was doing it in a dirt bike or a quad bike or a jeep or whatever, just so that he could get there faster, because he's in a tank. So tanks are slow, not as slow as infantry, but they are slow. And eventually what does happen is that you should see it right about now or so. Is it about now? Yep, there it is. The enemy tank has, when you have the bomb, you're visible to the whole map, so the enemy tank just decided to go, oh, maybe I'll just turn around and kill the bomb carrier. Now this is something weird. How the hell did the bomb get all the way down there? I don't know what just happened. I don't know whether it was a glitch in the commander screen or something like that. It didn't look like a glitch because the enemy tank went over there. I don't know what the hell happened to the bomb there, but it glitched out. Or maybe like when the tank got shot, maybe the guy carrying the bomb inside of the tank got blown up, and then, or maybe his body was catapulted across the map or something, or maybe it was just a glitch. I'm not really sure. Either way, we plant the bomb in this objective. Me and the commander both deploy our missiles at practically the same time, except I managed to proxy attack, and so his missiles disappear. And I actually think there's the AA tank right there, and then there's this other tank right here. And it pulls forward and then starts to pull back, and I think I get him. No, of course not. Why would I ever get a kill with a cruise missile when they're that close together? Why? I don't know. Either way, now we are even Steven. And this is how it remains. Remember how I said we were going to do fairly alright? Well, fairly alright does not mean that we won. This is essentially the position that we sat in for the rest of the round. And we're actually quite scattered right now. We've got a whole bunch of tiny engagements going on all over the map. It's beginning to look like Conquest with a little bit of focus. Obviously, there's more kills and more deaths, considering the fact that you've got to, well, you know, kill. But anyway. And right now I'm a little hesitant to deploy my EMPs, simply because... I don't know what I'm doing with my mouse there, but simply because... I'm not sure if I've killed his commander missile yet, so I don't really want to deploy it just in case the objective has been changed. Not the objective, just in case his cruise missile is actually tied to B or maybe A. And a stupid thing I did here is that he deployed his EMP. Then maybe 2, 5, 6 seconds later, I deploy my cruise missile just outside of his EMP radius. What I should have done is gone, oh wait, he deployed his EMP to hide something. And since he had just deployed his EMP a couple 5, 6, 7 seconds earlier, I should have put it basically on the center of the EMP, in which case the center of these buildings, or slightly to the right of it, but whatever, and I could have gotten a couple kills. But I kind of panicked. I was a little distracted by the chat there. Not that I'm complaining, because it was nice to interact with some people who are actually curious. Anyway, there's a guy back there sitting in spawn, so I gave him a little bit of incentive to push. But that bomb right there is making some rather weird journeys right now. It's getting up into the buildings there, and I'm not sure why they're not just taking it to A or something like that, but whatever. And I actually sit on full energy a lot. I do that. I'm sorry. I do that especially on Obliteration. On Conquest, I'm fairly good about promoting and rapid deploying. Or on Rush, I'm really good at rapid deploying because it's very essential. But Obliteration, I just kind of sit there. Because, I mean, I'm waiting for my high-value target there. Because sometimes it'll say you have high-value target, but it doesn't give you the option to deploy it. But, anyway. Where are we? Alright, well, we got 2 tanks kind of harassing our troop position there. And that's not very good for us. So I've cruise missiled, expecting our infantry to push up and kind of force the tanks back, but they didn't. So, yeah. In other words, no kills. And just as I do that, the enemy tank backs up a little bit. Oh, in later news, Skyrim, I believe I've fixed what was causing the problem. I think it was because my hard drive was constantly full. Because I've had Titanfall beta footage in there, so I've deleted the Titanfall beta footage that I don't need anymore, considering the game is launched already, so there's not really much point releasing beta footage. And so I deleted that. That freed up about 200 gigs on my 500 gig hard drive. Actually, it's a 1 terabyte hard drive. It freed up about 200 gigs, and I've got 700 gigs on there already of footage of a whole bunch of other stuff that I need to edit. So, yeah, I got an extra space on there, and I recorded an hour-long episode of Skyrim today, and if you guys know anything about recording, it's not actually an hour long. That's not how long I played. It was really about 2.5 hours that I played Skyrim for, just kind of setting everything up and doing stuff behind the camera. So I played Skyrim for 3 hours today, and I loved every minute of it. Actually, there was a period there in the middle that I didn't love too much. That was when I had to sort through all the items in my house. Ugh, that was tiring. But anyway, back to the game at hand. I believe I get 3? No, it was the previous round that I got 3 leadership ribbons, just because I was talking to everyone and they were talking back and asking for orders and all that stuff, so I got 3 leadership ribbons, which is, wow, amazing. And in this round, I think I got maybe 1, maybe 2. Anyway. So the bomb is looking pretty close to our objective there, and I'm getting a little nervous. I'm going, should I deploy my cruise missile? He's just deployed his EMP. If I stick it right there, we've already got the bomb. I think I won't deploy it. Would be insensible to deploy it right there. I'll just probably hit my own guys. Of course, that won't do much, but, you know. Anyway, so we're taking the bomb through the objective... Not the objective here. We're taking it through the center bit of the map where the bombs actually are supposed to spawn. And I'm not sure why we're doing that, because that's where the enemy team is essentially concentrated. So, I have no idea. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of guys sitting there, and watch this. Boom. You would have expected it could just go through the building. Why can't it go through it's a freaking missile! It probably just hit the top of the building and made the building crumble in a couple seconds. But no, I think it should just insta-kill the building. And whatever's inside of it, and whatever's around it. Like, if it could go through destructible structures and hit the bottom of those destructible structures, that would be cool. And obviously it would be slightly OP on big destructible structures. Ugh, destructible structure. You can't do that. Say that 5 times fast. But if it could go through small ones, like buildings, or, I don't know, boxes, or vendor stalls, I don't know. If it could just go through them, that would be absolutely magical. Because, I mean, you could actually get some kills if people are inside of structures and not have to aim out of windows. And that's probably what I should have done. There's a courtyard just to the bottom right of where I was aiming. I should have aimed there, and it would have gotten everybody on the bottom floor. But, like I said, I was a little bit distracted by the chat this round, so... yeah. Giant stalemate we got here.
This is Doc. EMP ready to deploy.
And that bomb sits on those railway tracks for a little bit. It actually gets to the point where I end up missiling it. Because it literally just sits there for the next 5 minutes. It obviously moves and fluctuates a little bit, but it's not really that much. But anyway, see all those guys right there?
Commander, scan is going live.
Yep. Ah. But the enemy commander has not cruise missiles, has EMP'd. Oh, whatever shall I do? Maybe I'll just proxy attack him and get rid of that. Oh, look at all those nice little Doritos. There's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And one of them just spawned in. Oh, he's about to get a nice surprise. Boom. And personally, I think the cruise missile radius should be made bigger. But then again, it could be slightly OP on maps that are smaller, because Golmund Railway is pretty big. So obviously, if you made the missile range or missile explosion area bigger, it would be cool. But there's the leadership ribbon. But it would be kind of disastrous on smaller maps, like I don't know. Think of a smaller map. No, better yet, think of a smaller map with cruise missiles. Silk Road's big. I don't know, there aren't really that many small maps. Battlefield 4 is essentially a large map. It's designed around long-range engagements. That's actually a good question. What maps are small, but you can have cruise missiles on? Well, there's Obliteration Rogue Transmission, and that's kind of small. It's a little big, though. This is a giant that's what she said joke. Yeah, like I said, that bomb essentially sat in that area and moved a little bit downward and then a little bit upward and then back to that position. But then the bomb actually gets out of there. It's being picked up by I don't know who. But the cruise missile's still going in there, and I'm like, oh crap, I'm not going to get anybody with this. What's the point? So there it goes. I'm going, oh, I'm not going to get any kills. And boop. One guy decided to remain behind. Sorry, bro. But anyway, they've got it to C here, and we've only got 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the round, so I'm going, okay, if they plant C and kill it here, it's gonna be, I'm not gonna be happy, because, yeah, I'm gonna get proxy attacked. But, anyway, so the bomb's there, and I'm going, oh, God, come on, infantry, you got this. I'm proxy attacked, I can't do anything, come on, pick it up, 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 pick it up. Just as we round the 1 minute and 15 second mark towards the end of the round, that is. And the bomb's still sitting there. I can't really see much. I'm not realizing that I'm not proxy attacked. I'm typing in the chat, completely ignoring the battlefield. Do I actually look around for a second? No, I don't. Okay. What am I even typing? Just hold on. Missile recharging. Oh, yeah. Apparently a guy had, and he actually did, a guy subscribed in the middle of this game, and so he said, hey, I subbed, can I get a cookie now? And I said, and the joke was that missile is actually meant cookie, because he said, hey, if I sub, can I get a cookie? And I said, well, I'll give you a missile. And he says, okay, well, how about you can get a missile on a round when you're actually on my team, like we're on the same team. But this is the round where we weren't on the same team. So I'm like, okay, hold on, missile recharging, and then I said, alright, here comes the cookie. Or no, let's bake some cookies, or something like that. I don't know. And anyway, there's 2 guys there, I launch it, and I think I get 2. Yeah. I don't get him. I can't see him, so I don't know where the hell he is. I just aim for the biggest concentration of Doritos. And there we go, it ends up in a draw. And to all of those people who are about to type into the chat, did you notice it said tie last time? Yes, it'll swap between draw and tie, and yeah. But anyway, It was a very good round. It's always nice to interact with people who are fans or are going to become fans, hopefully. So, yeah. I would like to thank you guys for watching. It's a little bit early to be saying this because I've got about another 20 seconds in the video. So, I will see you guys next time. Please remember to like, favorite, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next time. This is Hexagon Zero, signing out.